Imagine coming home to find your sweet wife handcuffed to your own front door, blood trickling from scratches on her face. All because some self-appointed HOA tyrant decided your Christmas lights were a federal hazard. That's how it started for me. Jack Harlan, a quiet mechanic in sleepy Oak Ridge Estates, where picket fences hide petty dictators. But oh, the irony. While she preached community order, her garage hid a fortune in stolen vintage motorcycles. And I was about to rev up the truth. It all kicked off that crisp November evening. I'd just finished tuning a client's old Harley in my driveway, the scent of oil lingering like a familiar friend, when Bryce Kellerman's Civic screeched up. She waddled out, 6 feet of entitlement wrapped in a tactical vest, fake badge gleaming like fool's gold. "Mr. Harlan," she cooed with that saccharine smile, clipboard in hand. "Your grass is a quarter-inch over regulation. Fine's $50. We must maintain standards. For the children's sake." I wiped my hands on a rag, biting my tongue. "Standards? Like your early Halloween pumpkins still rotting on your porch?" Her eyes narrowed, but she just huffed. "Rules are rules. Jack, don't make this personal." Personal? She'd already spread whispers at the block party that I was shady with my bike repairs, implying I dealt in hot parts. Neighbors side-eyed me, but I stayed cool, jotting notes in my phone about her enforcement visits, always to folks like me, blue-collar types who didn't kiss the HOA ring. Things escalated faster than a bad oil leak. Luna, my wife, the third-grade teacher with a knack for turning our yard into a winter wonderland, hung the lights a day early. By dusk, kids were oohing from car windows. Then Bryce stormed in, crowbar swinging. "Violation. Premature displays disrupt airspace safety. FAA orders," she bellowed, yanking wires like they owed her money. Luna stepped out, cocoa mug in hand. "Bryce, it's just lights. The kids love him." Bryce's face twisted into that pious grimace. "Think of the pilots. Dear. $500 daily fine." I watched from the garage, snapping pics discreetly. Later, I called the FAA. Turns out, residential twinkles aren't on their radar unless you're signaling aliens. "Honey," the rep chuckled, "tell her to get a real badge." But Bryce doubled down, taping an official injunction to our door, signed as Airspace Director. Hypocrite. Her own house had glowed since mid-November, and only us undesirables got hit. Whispers grew. I was a thief, Luna a troublemaker. I endured, digging quietly. County records showed her HOA election lacked quorum, and her insurance gig screamed sketchy with those 17 gleaming Harleys in her garage, worth a cool $400,000 on a $70,000 salary. The pressure built like revving engines at dawn, her favorite Sunday ritual, rattling windows to show off her inheritances. One morning, she pounded our door. "Lights down now, or I impound your tools for safety hazards." I sipped coffee, calm as steel. "Impound? With what authority?" "Bryce, your eBay vest." She flushed, sputtering. "HOA empowers me to protect aesthetics." I showed her my screenshots, her failed cop psych eval, fraud complaints on her license, and those bikes matching stolen reports. "Funny how your recovery business lines up with impound lists." She backed off, muttering threats. But that night, her goons in a fake security van rolled up. "Mandatory inspection," the tall one growled. I recorded. "On whose say-so?" HOA fairy dust. They retreated when neighbors filmed. But soon my shop got vandalized, windows smashed, back OFF sprayed. Cameras caught her ski-masked mug, crowbar in hand. Priceless. Then came the explosion. I posted the evidence online, fake votes, bogus fines, stolen bike proofs, in the neighborhood group. Comments flooded. She fined my gnome for obstructing views, charged me for chalk art, said it was graffiti. Fury boiled over. Bryce texted threats. delete, or those bikes vanish for good. Boom. Admission of theft. I forwarded to cops. Detectives raided. Turns out her empire was built on ID theft from HOA files, faking claims to pocket cash and keep bikes. At the community meeting, I projected it all. While Bryce cuffed my wife for joy, she stole your identities for profit. Gasps turned to roars as marshals wheeled in the confiscated Harleys, returning them to victims she'd framed. Bryce, in cuffs now, shrieked. This is a conspiracy. Rules must be followed. But her lopsided logic crumbled. 23 years federal time. Assets seized. Our whistleblower reward funding community aid. In the end, our lights shone brighter. Neighborhood free of her tin pot tyranny. Luna's art bloomed. Kids played without fear. But tell me, was Bryce the real criminal? Or just a product of a system that lets busybodies play God? Right or wrong? Who's the villain here?